of Americans have responded with a simple creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama with its vicious racists.
Sandwiches have been a part of mankind since the dawn of time. From the early caveman to the modern food outlet chains, we have always craved the satisfaction of meat and vegetables between two slices of bread.
People have been eating forms of sandwiches since the Neolithic. Hillel the Elder, an ancient Jewish sage, is supposed to have wrapped meat from the paschal lamb in between two pieces of flat bread. They eventually gained popularity with aristocracies of the 17th century, but now they are synonymous with giving people food poisoning after they buy unrefrigerated ones from gas stations.
So strong are these desires that today we'll be following the story of Paul Hoagie, an apprentice sandwich maker preparing for his debut in the culinary arena Sandwich Making Championships.
Is this today? I mean, I've known I was supposed to be a sandwich maker ever since I was a kid, because my name's Paul Hoagie. It's a given. I mean, if my name was Paul Stuffed Crust, I mean, I probably would have been compelled to be a pizza chef, but Paul Hoagie. So I've been making sandwiches ever since I was a kid. I attended the Chimichanga Academy for Sandwich Makers until I was 19. And then I attended my first competition in Illinois when I was 20. Basically, you had to make the biggest sandwich that you could. I think I got mine to about 25 meters long. It was 24.9 or something. But it was really close to 25. And there was one guy judging it, and he went around eating them all. He's probably dead now.
In the world of sandwiches, the varieties are spread far and wide, from the foot-long sub of America to the Italian focaccia.
Some of my favorite types of sandwiches include the fluffernutter, the stromboli, the submarine, the Reuben, the poor boy, the pistolette, the chimichanga, the California club.
However, not all experiments on the cutting edge of sandwich making have been successful. Paul Hoagie knows this from experience.
Do I really have to talk about that? Because that was probably the worst time of my life. It's worse than the time that I crapped my pants at Kmart. And that was pretty bad. They asked me to leave, it was that bad. Basically what happened was, it was a junior competition, and they wanted me to make Monte Cristo. And at this point in my career, I had no idea what a Monte Cristo was. So I basically thought I would throw together a sandwich. So I made the sandwich out of pretty much every ingredient that was available to us, which was because they were holding two competitions at the same time. The Monte Cristo portion was just for the juniors, so there was all of these ingredients. I found out later we weren't supposed to use those because they were a day old. Long story short, the judges got incredibly sick, and the fumes from the sandwich made a further 1,000 people pass out. That was the entire crowd at the stadium passed out because of the fumes from the sandwich I made. I was okay because I was wearing a mask, because we all had to wear masks and hairnets and gloves. The whole crowd passed out. The judges were so ill they had to be in hospital for about a month. And because there were so many ambulances, there was an enormous ambulance pileup outside. Yeah, it was pretty insane. Worst time of my life. In 2008, 37 people in the United States died from sandwich-related fatalities. This was up from 29 in 2007. At the Institute of Advanced Sandwich Studies, we like to stress the importance of knowing your sandwich, never eating one alone, and keeping fillings down to a minimum. Unbeknownst to a lot of people, it's actually quite sad, is there's the silent minority who are intolerant to gluten. I don't actually know what gluten is. It's like, I'm gluten! So they can't eat like gluten, and wheat has gluten in it. But that's not the point. The point is, I experimented with the idea of bread-free sandwiches at one point, although actually coming up with things to use as an alternative to bread was really difficult. One of the things that I tried using was cabbage leaves, I tried rice paper, I tried rice crackers, but the crack part, there's like the crack factor with the rice crackers, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it really. It's just, when you bite into it, it kind of explodes in your hands and shards of it go everywhere, and it's like, I'm gluten!
The emergence of sandwich chains such as Subway in the 80s prompted a new wave of healthy eating.
Yeah, see, I'm not really interested in Subway, healthy habits and things like that. I mean, Subway is really impersonal. The people that work there, they're just employees. They're not in it for the sandwiches. They're in it for the dough, man. And I don't mean the bread dough. I'm talking the money dough. The money.
Sandwiches, like anything, are not constant. They are constantly being innovated upon, improved, and made more exciting and dynamic.
The future of sandwiches. I mean, I'm excited about it. Of course I'm excited about it. I'm Mr. Sandwich. I'm Captain Sandwiches. I'm expecting, in 10 years' time there to be some amazing advancement in sandwich technology. I think in the future we're going to have hybrid sandwiches. You know how we've got hybrid cars right now with like electric and petrol engines? I think the ingredients in a sandwich are going to combine in that same way that hybrid cars combine the two fuels to make them more economical. I think sandwiches are going to be hybridized to make them more convenient. So I had an idea for one sandwich. You know how you've had a chicken sandwich before? Have you ever contemplated actually having a chicken sandwich? If you don't know what I mean by that, I mean a chicken hybridized with a sandwich. So I'm talking a sandwich with chicken meat inside it and little tiny chicken legs, maybe some wings. Not a beak, that'd just be freaking weird. You're sitting at the couch watching the game with the boys, and you don't want to get up and miss a goal or something. So you click your fingers, and the fridge opens. Out of the fridge comes this walking sandwich because it's been hybridized with the chicken. Maybe it's carrying a beer. That'd make it better. So this sandwich is walking to you with a beer. How is that for convenience?
After filming this documentary, Paul Hoagie went on to win the Continental Sandwich Making Championships in Zurich. He now owns his own sandwich restaurant and hopes to build a hybrid chicken sandwich very soon.
I'm gluten.